All throughout middle school, I was, truth be told, I was a loser. I was skinny, and because of that, I was unconfident. I was addicted to porn as well. So I couldn't talk to girls, and I just had trouble socializing in general. And even though I was skinny, people say if you're skinny, that means you're lean, you're fit. But truth be told, I was still tired most of the time. Like, I was both physically and also even mentally sluggish. And all of that changed between the summer of my eighth grade year and my freshman year. And by the way, today is the last day of school of my freshman year. And so, right now, I can tell you that what I did worked. I feel amazing currently. And even just as an example, in terms of girls, I asked out a girl this year and I was in a relationship with one. And then just a month ago, a girl asked me out on a date. I didn't even know her and she asked me out. So I'm telling you, this stuff works. Like, genuinely, I feel much more fit. I know I'm not like a bodybuilder jacked, but I'm not bodybuilder jacked, but I'm still much more muscular. I'm much more confident than I was in middle school. I look back and I genuinely think of myself as an ex loser. But there was really three things that I actually did to go from zero to hero. And obviously, I'm not trying to call myself a hero, but you understand what I'm trying to say. The three big things I did was, the first one was that I started working out. And the main workouts that I did was bodybuilder focused. And mind you, this doesn't mean I was pumping steroids. I wasn't trying to become a professional bodybuilder, but just the act of working out to actually gain muscle so you look better. First of all, it makes you healthier because you're putting in a sweat, you actually have to work your body. But two, it makes you more attractive to people, not even just women, honestly. People, like guys, will literally want to be your friend more because you're fit. And actually, number three, I forgot this one, is that it just gains you confidence. You look at yourself in the mirror and you actually like looking at yourself. Like, it feels really narcissistic, but you just like looking at yourself, and as a result, you like being you. That is confidence. That genuinely is confidence. You get confidence because you start working out. That was such a game changer for me. That was the first thing I did. I started that in middle school, and it genuinely changed my life. I cannot stress this enough. I've only been working out for a month. No, sorry. A year and 4 months. And in that span of time, I have literally changed the course of my life. Like, it feels really cliche, but genuinely, my life was going downhill up to it. Now I think that I'm going uphill for the first time in a while. And again, it all started because I started working out. And again, I do bodybuilder workouts, and personally, I do a push pull legs routine. So one day you're doing push, so that's like push ups, like lateral raises. Another is pull, that's like pull ups and more back focused. And the third is legs. You can guess what you're doing in that day. But truth be told, you can really do any kind of routine. Like, I especially noticed in the fitness space that, everyone has different ideas on what you should do and different routines, but yet they're all jacked. So they're all right. Just choose one that you just really like. I've heard that a bro split works for some people. I like personally, again, I do a push pull legs. But just honestly find something that you like to do. If you enjoy it, you are so much more likely to continue doing it and actually see progress in it. Because if you like do a push pull legs routine but you just don't like it, you don't like the 3 day split, you want shorter, you want longer, just try something else until you actually find something that you enjoy. Because obviously you want to work out to gain the actual results from working out, but if you don't even enjoy working out, you probably will quit before you even see the results. So just find something that you like to do in terms of working out, and you'll actually start to see progress eventually, I promise you. And because you start working out again during the summer, it's what, 3 months? In 3 months, you will start to see results. Probably even less time you'll start to see results, depending on who you are. But you'll start to feel more confident first of all, and you'll actually be more muscular, and so you'll be more fit, and obviously because of that you'll be more attractive. That is the first thing I did, and it really helped me, truly. I still work out to this day, and I'm not gonna stop. The second one was quitting my porn addiction. So I quit my porn addiction actually about a year ago, almost a year ago exactly. I quit in the summer of 2023, and honestly, it's changed my life. I can actually talk to people without feeling awkward. I can look people in the eyes, literally. Whenever I was in middle school, I couldn't hold eye contact at all. I couldn't even look someone directly in the eyes. I remember there was like a video on YouTube, like I found it was just like recommended. It was a like practice eye contact, like practice loving eye contact. It was just a video of like a woman looking at you with a smile. I literally couldn't hold eye contact for more than a few seconds. It was like it was like a magnet repelling my face, like to look away, even though I was literally trying to focus and I just couldn't do it. Genuinely, I felt like such an outsider. I felt like a loser because of my porn addiction. I couldn't even think of women as just people. They were like objects to me. I'm not even joking. It was so detrimental to me. It genuinely, like in middle school, I could have honestly been a loser for the rest of my school career and even my life if I hadn't stopped it. And then the way that I stopped it was just slowly unloading it. So if you go cold turkey, which is you just quit the next day or whatever, you're not gonna continue it. I literally had sticky notes on my drawer that I would draw, like I would try to quit cold turkey, and I just couldn't do it. I would go 2 or 3 days, and then I have to cross off that tally mark because I relapsed, and it genuinely it made me feel worse, even though I was making progress. So the actual way you actually do it is just understand that you're not gonna go cold turkey. You're not gonna quit this very second. Instead, you're gonna have to slowly decrease the days that you actually do it. So I went from complete loser doing it every single day to, for example, I was doing it 5 days a week and then 3 days a week, just slowly decreasing it. And like just doing that, I actually made continual progress until I eventually just reached zero. I never even want to do it again. I don't have a reason to do it again either. And the thing is, whenever you try to go cold turkey, you actually are making progress because you're doing it less days, even 2 or 3 days like between sessions is still major progress, but you feel bad whenever you try to go cold turkey because you fail at your goal. But if your goal is just to simply decrease the days and you actually see a decrease in the days, it actually gives you a confidence boost, and so you're just more likely to continue removing days off. The thing is, in the end, at the end of the day, you're doing the same thing, but just in a mindset shift almost, where instead of feeling bad because you failed at your goal, you're feeling good because you're making progress towards it. And as a side note, you can't focus on it. If you focus on it, you're gonna keep obsessing over it, and you're just gonna keep thinking about it, and you're gonna keep relapsing. If instead, as my first step I told you was to focus on your fitness this summer. If your main goal this whole summer is just to focus on your fitness, get as much muscle as possible, then because you're so focused on your goal towards getting to it, you'll almost like forget about jerking off. It feels weird, but because you have a major goal, it's almost like relapsing is out of your mind. You're just not even thinking about it. And that's the best way to actually go about it. You don't even want to think about it. If you obsess over it, obviously you're going to relapse. So just having a major goal, not even working out. You might want to start socializing this summer or being more confident. Just whatever you want to do this summer to get yourself to be better, focus on it, but don't focus on your addictions and your behavioral habits like jerking off. And the third one is eating clean and healthy. So remember when I told you that in middle school I always felt sluggish. Both physically, I would literally feel tired about around the middle of the day, and even mentally. Like it would genuinely be a challenge for me to get good grades in school. And see, I would get good grades, but I would actually have to try. And I don't want to sound cocky, but whenever I started eating clean and healthy, first of all, my energy levels increased, but also even getting a good grade in school literally just became like this. It's not even a problem. Literally, this I'm ending this school year with all A pluses, not even all A's, all A pluses. And some classes I have more than 100%, more than 100%. And genuinely, I could not have done it if I was eating junk food and processed food. That was the root of my problems, honestly. And I know, uh, relating back to my first step, that there's a lot of fitness advice that tells you that you can get jacked even if you eat shit food. Like you eat McDonald's. Like, yeah, actually, you can get jacked. That's a matter of fact, you can. But you'll feel horrible. You'll feel like a slug. You won't feel energized. You won't feel like a healthy young man. You'll feel like a fat person with a fit person's body. That's genuinely how you feel like. And I honestly followed that advice for a while. I would always like eat snacks. Really, I liked cookies back then. I liked chips. I really liked Doritos. I drank soda, but after I stopped drinking it, like I'm at the point where I only eat whole foods. Like I eat meat, some kind of carb like rice, and then some kind of vegetable like some pickles alongside my meal. And that's genuinely my meal throughout the day. I eat it like maybe 3 or 4 times a day. And I don't feel tired, and honestly, I feel like I'm mentally sharp again. I feel like I can just focus on wherever I want to and I can actually make progress in it. And the way to actually start eating clean and healthy is, again, like jerking off. You have to progressively unload it because even though it doesn't seem like an addiction, it's still a habit to eat unhealthy. And so the first thing that I personally did whenever I started eating cleaner was just quitting soda. I would genuinely eat everything that I was eating before, but soda was the only thing that I cut off. Once I cut off soda, it was just so much easier to cut off, for example, chips. But I was still eating all the rest of the bad food, but just going one by one, removing one thing at a time, made it so much easier. I went from removing soda to removing chips to removing cookies and like other pastries to even removing sugar out of my diet. I remember I don't drink tea now, but whenever I was a kid, I used to drink tea a lot and I would always put a lot of sugar in it. But whenever I was going on this elimination diet, it's really an elimination diet where you eliminate a certain kind of food, and really you want to get rid of processed and junk food. But I would always drink tea and I would always put in a lot of sugar. But whenever I was really focusing on the elimination diet, I even cut out sugar completely out of my tea. And honestly, tea really doesn't taste good whenever without sugar. Like it really tasted bitter. And so that's why I don't even drink tea now. I only drink water. That's the only thing that I put in my body in terms of liquids. I only drink water, genuinely. No tea, no coffee, no anything. Only water, only water. And my diet has been the cleanest it has ever been. And because of that, I'm feeling both mentally and physically energized throughout the day. I'm genuinely energized. I just woke up an hour ago and I'm not groggy. I don't need my morning coffee. I'm talking to you and I feel so energized. I feel so focused. And I feel great. And you can't have out of all the steps I mentioned, you can't have one without the others. So, if you want to work out, you want to gain muscle, but you don't want to eat clean, then that will go directly against working out. You will gain less muscle and you'll feel worse while doing it. And you can't eat clean without actually quitting porn as well because your self image really affects everything that you do. So if you see yourself as a loser who jerks off, a loser who jerks off doesn't eat clean. They eat snacks all the time. Let's be honest. That's what I used to do. And so you have to just include all of these. And I actually did it in the order that I showed you. So I started working out, then I quit my porn addiction, and then I started to eat clean in that order during the summer. And again, I did that last summer, the summer of 2023, and I just finished my freshman year of high school. and it works. I felt so much more confident. I felt so much better in just life in general. And as a reflection of that, I asked out a girl. I was with her for a while, and I just recently got asked out myself. Like, genuinely, that is a memory that I'll probably keep for, if not forever, for a long while. That because of my hard work and dedication, I, me, I got asked out by a girl. Like, it works. I promise you, it genuinely works. If you just do those three for even 3 months, that's genuinely what summer is. It's 3 months of your life, but you put in the 3 months of your life of your hard work and dedication, and especially if you continue to do it afterwards, you'll see the results, and your life will improve. I swear to you. Like, I don't have a refund policy because this is just a free video, but if I had a refund policy, I would put in 100%. If this didn't work for you, I would refund you $100 or $1,000 or whatever. But I'm so confident that it will work that it doesn't matter. It will work.